Welcome to the final stages of the free dance at the World Figure Skating Championships 2010. I can tell you in the lead at the moment, and a couple have just gone, Vanessa Crone and Paul Poirier for Canada. And these two are the last to go in this penultimate group. We'll show you all of the final group. This is the brother and sister from Israel, lying in 7th place, Alexandra and Roman Zaretsky. Music, it is haunting, from Schindler's List. Beautifully together on the synchronized twizzles. Magnificent portrayal. You can imagine how hard that is to skate to after a whole year of doing that. So draining. But the emotion of it really conveyed. Powerful, dramatic. And the cohesion was just terrific.
Almost uncanny at times. It's a wonderful piece, I think, one of the best things they've done. I think to take a piece of music like that, where the tempo really doesn't change, and create a mood like they have done in an arena like this, really does take a special skill. And they've really, in my book, moved up a couple of notches since they've been working with Gallic Shade. I think she's really been able to bring out the best of them. And very, very well done to them and the team around. There she is. And she must take some of the credit, for a lot of the credit for that, because these two, for me, are different skaters this season. Fantastic. He may well punch his fist. It was a great job, guys. You've nailed it again. Last time you'll probably skate that. And one of the best performances.
You can see the emotion coming out from Alexandra right now.
Just a look back at some of the slow motion shots, and right from the off, they created that mood, and you felt like everybody in the arena was in there with them, just hanging on every note of the music and every move that they performed throughout that free dance. She's absolutely in it with them. She knows where all the tricky little bits are going to be in the program. Difficult for the coaches on the side. They've got no control. All their work's done. Even on the super slow-mos, look at that, through the twizzles, really good.
A couple who were originally coached by their parents who were born in Minsk but moved to Israel when Alexandra was 3 and the little man was 7. And they skating together some 15 years ago, and then switched 3 years ago to go with Gallic Shade in New Jersey. They should go into the lead, but the Canadians who've been before were very good. They are. 90-39 was the mark to beat. The marks are high, but the standard is mirrored that.
Well, that's good. I think it's the best they've skated it, and great to see the judges have gone with them with a new season's best. So super job, guys. Last performance of that routine, and you've done it proud.
And there's where we are right now then. It's the Israelis who lead from the Canadians, and then Bobrova and Soloviev for Russia. Good. Welcome. Can you hear it? And that's why Federica FAIELLA, Massimo SCALI, 3rd place. Can they hang on and get a medal? Such strong characters, just like Barbara and Maurizio, who are working for us at Eurosport now, but when they won gold, boy, tough as teak. And they're the Brits. Could they possibly get on the podium? We haven't had a medal in any aspect of figure skating or dance since Torvill and Dean in Ottawa in 1984. It's been barren since then. It's a very long shot, to be honest, to come from 5th place, but they've moved up from 6th to 5th. Could they possibly move up an extra couple of slots and make it onto the podium?
It's 4 points, isn't it? It seems an awful lot, but they've got a great draw skating last, and all it needs is for the Italians to falter. They've got the French just in front of them, and after the ladies' short program this afternoon, anything can happen.
We cross our fingers for them. Just to put you in the picture, Sinead and John in 5th place with 95.79. PECHALAT and BOURZAT in 4th place, less than the mark in front of them. Then there's a big gap, and the medals should be, well, bronze should be for FAIELLA and SCALI, unless they have a nightmare, but we've seen Italians have nightmares on home ice before, so you're never quite sure, but it's a lot to make up. Meryl Davis and Charlie White just 2 points behind Tessa, Virtue and Scott Moir, and 12 points in front of FAIELLA and SCALI. So surely one of those two is going to take gold. You said at the start, Howarth, that you thought the Americans were going to pit them this time. Do you still feel that after what's happened?
Yes.
Well, that would be something.
It would be.
I like your neck on the block.
Yeah.
My favourite place for it.
Thank you. Take that axe out of your hand now.
Here we go then. The French to go first, then the Americans, then the Canadians, the Italians, and Sinead and John will go last. A variety of dances. It will be very entertaining, and we hope very exciting. So we start with Nathalie PECHALAT and Fabian BOURZAT. They've never been on the podium at World Championships before. The best they've done was 5th last year in LA, 4th in the Europeans. They've got to skate their socks off here to have a chance. Good to hear the Italians applauding them. It's not overwhelmingly support because you know what they really think. So PECHALAT and BOURZAT for France. The music, Kika.
Fantastic transition into that.
Terrific. It deserved the applause. It's still very sporting of the Italian crowd to give it this ovation. But wasn't that a whole heap of fun? I love the way they skated to the music. Every single beat portrayed out on the ice. And the cohesion between the two of them, quite remarkable.
Yeah, it is amazing. They're on an Olympic year. Quite often you get to the World Championships and some of the routines look a little stale. The skaters are struggling to motivate themselves. But here, this is another routine that they've probably performed the best they've done it. It looked smooth, it looked sophisticated, and absolutely brilliant. They'll be thrilled with that. And I tell you what, the atmosphere in the arena, I think, is bringing out the best in the skaters.
Yes. As long as it's not too much for FAIELLA and SCALI, because that performance has put pressure on them. They now have to perform if they're going to take the bronze medal.
Yeah, of course, for the French with that draw, that's all they could do was go out there, lay it all down on the ice, and they've left it out there, and the other guys have got to go out there and follow that now.
Big hugs. Alexander Zulin, 93 world champion with Maya Usova.
Beautiful contrast with a slow start, getting the big elements done, the rotational lift. And then when that change came and the little touch with the sleeves, really, really good. And there it is. Working really, really well. And then the character of the two of them really coming through all the way through the rest of the routine. Some fabulous little highlights there, and the choreography obviously directed at the judges all the way through. That the final lift, transition lift, and the chemistry between them, well, second to none.
It was a gorgeous routine. And I'm sure it's going to be their best ever placing. Let's see if it's their best ever marks. The best they've had for a free, 95.99. Oh, it is. Season's best, career best. PECHALAT and BOURZAT lay the marker down now. They lead, and they couldn't have done more to get on the podium. Whether they will or not will be decided in the next 25 minutes.
And the expression was...
Yeah, like I said. So you did everything you can.
But now it's the battle for gold. Here they are, Howard's favourites. Second in the compulsory, second in the original dance, second in the Olympics. They're fed up with that word. They want to change it here. Quite phenomenally talented, and you know this routine is going to be as difficult as it could possibly be. It's the Phantom routine, which they hope will give them the world title here. They're still only 2 marks behind the Canadians, even after 2 disciplines of compulsory and original. Here's their free. Meryl Davis, Charlie White.
That opening spin wouldn't look out of place in the pairs competition.
Nor would that live.
heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasped, sensed, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold and feeling light, and listen to the music of
wonder is shattered. Has anybody put more into an ice dance routine than Charlie White did there? 100 zillion miles an hour. I had to say at the start, I thought perhaps he was going to go so fast there might be a mistake, but no. Again, as he has been all year, foot perfect.
Whoa, what do you say about that? Commitment from start to finish, just unbelievable skating. The skills that these two have are incredible. I defy anybody to skate like that. You know, honestly, what Igor Spielband is doing with these two teams is remarkable, and it is setting the standard for ice dance. They have taken it to a different level.
Marina Zwaver there, who choreographs the routines.
And what a masterpiece of choreography it was. It's just incredible.
That lift at the end, where he lifts, he's got her in a complicated hold and then lifts onto one leg.
Yeah, it's just amazing. The balance points.
You did a very funny program, the circus, and here in Italy with this kind of music, it was very good for the public. You did for this?
We did because we love to skate this program, the circus, and it's right, the slow part is from the movie La Vita è Bella, so it was like to enjoy for the Italian public, they enjoy the program.
How is to skate the same program 12 months later?
It's quite different because we increase a lot with the former program. We skate all the Olympic season, and I guess we feel more confident on it, and more strong and more fun.
Thank you very much and congratulations, guys.
Grazie.
Yeah, the Italian public, they lapped it up. It was a terrific routine.
Certainly was. And just watching those slow-mo shots, it just makes me think, Simon, you know, that the dancers, they have a different blade to the freestylists. It's thinner, it's shorter, and much more aggressive to skate on. So to do the sort of stuff they're doing is incredible.
Well, just as they did in the Olympics, they put all the pressure down. That is a career best for these two. When is this going to stop? And it will be Tessa and Scott to go next, as it was in the Olympics, and they betted it. Could they possibly better that? It's tough to take.
I just can't. My voice is gone.
Igor Spilban looking on now with his other couple as the Olympic champions take to the ice. Beaten by the Americans in the Grand Prix final, but they got their revenge in emphatic style in the Olympics. They seemed unbeatable. Tessa Virtue, Scott Moir. Music from Mahler. Just a little off on the twizzle.
Tell you what, Scott's been off all the way through this.
It is a lovely program. And for me, I much preferred it to the Americans. That's real dance for me. Uncanny, some of the tricks the Americans did, but sometimes it did seem a bit like pair skating. But there was a flaw there, and you noticed other things that the judges will notice as well, and there's a chance here that the Americans might overturn it.
Well, there is a chance. There's definitely a chance. I would say on the night the Americans were definitely better. Whether they can crawl that 2 points back, I'm not so sure. But yeah, I thought right from the off that Scott looked a little nervous. His foot was shaking at the beginning of the program. Then he seemed to get back into it. There was a stutter on one of the back crossovers round the end. His weight was off a little bit on the footwork, and then that mistake on the twizzle. So all very small mistakes. They got through them, but I just felt the Americans were really on their game tonight. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
There's nothing between it, and I'm sure these two would, you know, they would not be disappointed if the Americans got the World Championships and they had the Olympic gold. It would be great for the sport and for them. It would, you know, it's been fantastic. Remember, the Americans have won all season up until Vancouver. And there it was, just a little bit off on the twizzle. Oh,
Quite a bit off.
he was a lot off.
Slow-mo didn't help him at all.
I'm sticking to my guns.
And it was a big call, and you could well be right. As I say, I preferred the routine, but who skated their routine best? It has to be the Americans. Was it enough to overturn the 2 marks that they have to make up?
And a massive score as well.
James and White in the studio looking on, and I should think there's a myriad of emotions. But of course they'll be hoping that they have won. It's a gorgeous smile. Is it going to be a winning smile?
But it is from one of the teams.
108.64 they need.
Il punteggio, prego. 110,03.
They got it. They have got it. And they've won on the free. And they won overall. They didn't think they got it when he saw the deduction, but it's enough. And there'll be a lot of people split as to whether that was right or not. But they've got the goal.
Guys, second place in this moment, were wonderful tonight. I think you did not the 100%, more.
Absolutely. You know, we really left it all on the ice. It's the last competition of the year, so we figured just go all out, attack everything, and that's exactly what we did.
You did the first free dance, and actually in the Grand Prix final, you won the final. What's changed? What was missing a little bit?
At the final, what was missing?
No,
here.
Oh, here, what was missing? You know, things have changed a lot over the last couple of months, and you know, we put everything out onto the ice that we possibly can, and we feel really good about tonight. So
Thank you very much. Congratulations, guys.
thank you.
Taking it very well on the chin. And now here are the Italians skating for third place. FAIELLA and SCALI. Music Gli Emigranti by Nino Rota. Well, they're giving it max, and it's a routine that grew and grew. Just wish there'd been a little change in mood. I'm not sure that it lasted for me right the way through. But I won't tell them. Best to keep this opinion here.
I'll tell you what, it is absolutely deafening. Crazy scenes, but both on and off the ice. What I would say, and I'm going to say it quietly, is I'm not sure whether it was because they skated after the Americans, like the Canadians and the Americans, but for me, it wasn't a patch on the French.
No.
For speed, for passion, for artistry, for skating skills, for transitions. Technically, maybe a match, but
I'm with you. Should we leave now?
I think, yeah, out the back door, Simon, you and me. Oh dear.
Amazing scenes. It was very, very good, and they won't be denied. They feel it was enough, and if the judges do give the French the third place, and remember, there's still the Brits to come, this is going to be an uproar. They daren't do it.
That lady there's going to have a heart attack if she doesn't calm down.
Their last medal was with Barbara and Maurizio, our presenters, who won gold in Vancouver 2001. Here, 9 years later, as an Italian team got on the podium. I've never heard such things, even in Canada.
Our home is in a distant land.
Actually, both Italian teams have been in tears for tonight for different reasons, though.
It's about our life.
Susanna Capellini had a fall.
That slowly flow as sheep in the ocean.
Italian number 2s, but some of the balance points in the lifts were amazing.
They were very good, and you know, to be fair to them, it was very, very smooth. And it may be the fact that they were drawn after the Americans. And you know, if you think this is third place, I mean, in all fairness, it is light years away from the other two.
Yes.
And it's, you know, it's. I'm not being unkind to say that. I mean, you know, it's plain to see. And it's just an indication of how far Igor Spielban has taken ice dance.
And you know, when they were taken to the ice, the Italians, I couldn't help feeling sorry for Meryl and Charlie, because, you know, to skate all year as well as they've done,
yeah,
and to come away with
nothing.
Silver in the Olympics, silver here,
yeah,
that is cruel. One thing I should say is that I got the math slightly wrong. They have won the free, Meryl Davis and Charlie White, but only by a fraction, and it wasn't enough. And the Canadians have been on top by nearly 1.5 marks. Now then. The French got 98.09. 97.84. That's going to be okay, because they had that cushion. It's not as good. They're going to be okay. The crowd needn't worry. Third place it is. Congratulations to them and Italian lineage. It's not over yet, though.
It was a miracle. A miracle.
Struggling to take it in. And this is why it's not over. In 5th place. But still some way to make up. Best part of 5 marks behind. The last Brits to get a medal in ice dance, to get a medal in any category. Torvill and Dean in Ottawa in '84. We'll cross our fingers now for Sinead and John Kerr. Music from Linkin Park. It was a powerful routine and powerfully skated. It's unlikely, I have to say, to make the difference. But they did the Brits proud who've made this trip. More about them in a sec. Let's talk to the world and Olympic champions.
Your skating is so easy, but tonight I think it was harder than ever.
Yeah, it was a great competition here this week. We always say we know when we leave home with Charlie and Meryl that we got to bring our A game, and we felt like that was a really strong performance tonight, and we were very happy with it. And our hats are off to Charlie and Meryl, and I'm sure they had a great skate. We didn't get to see it, but we're happy for them.
I think you gave a lot of charm to your program and to the audience. Can you feel the audience just feeling like you were feeling your free dance?
Absolutely. It's not one of those programs that the audience can really clap along to, but we definitely feel the excitement and the energy in the building, and that really carries us through.
Last question, is the atmosphere a little dry, like very hard to skate?
No, actually I didn't feel that. Maybe because it's the last competition of the year. But we're really trained and really ready, and I just the feeling in the rink today was good. You know, European fans are great, and they love their skating, so it's fun to skate here always.
Congratulations, guys! After '94, Olympic champion and world champions again.
Not yet,
14 years later.
Not yet.
Bah.
Brilliant performance it was from them. Just pipped to the post on the free, but they got there overall. And these two did mighty well.
They did. I mean, hats off to them. Very, very difficult to skate at the end of the evening after some of the performances that we've seen. And I think they would be the first to admit it was a little bit rough around the edges this evening. I don't think that was a comfortable skate for them. They had to work hard through it, and they gave it absolutely everything. That's not taking anything away from them. You've got to be on the limit. And for me, it just lost the polish slightly.
It's their season's best, but it's not good enough to overtake FAIELLA and SCALI. It is 5th place overall.
That's still a mighty good achievement,
yeah,
though.
5th in the world. It's their best ever placing, so well done. It's been a great season, and this was a terrific way to finish it for Sinead and John, and well done to them, to Evgeny Platov, and everyone responsible. And it has been some night. That's how it shakes out in the end. 1.4 marks, the difference between Tessa Virtue and Meryl Davis. Tessa Virtue's got more over Meryl Davis and Charlie White. FAIELLA and SCALI 3rd, PECHALAT and BOURZAT, a little unlucky perhaps to be 4th. Sinead and John are 5th. And shortly we're going to take a commercial break. And then when you come back, well, get your earplugs in, because it's going to be absolutely deafening for the podium ceremony. You'll be right back after we've made some money here. We're getting ready. One thing we're talking about, look at the disparity from 2nd to 3rd. 25 and a bit marks. And you were saying, Chris, the others have got to completely change tack if they're going to compete next year, because, you know, they're out on their own, the two couples who finished 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's not an unfair thing to say that the Canadians and the Americans have taken ice dance to a different place. And over the next season, anybody that wants to compete with that has got to change tact. I'm not quite sure how they do it, but they've got to take a long, hard look at what they do, how they do it, how they interpret the rules for next season, because those two are out on their own, as you would say, by a country mile.
Yes. And these two didn't finish, interestingly, didn't finish 3rd in the free.
Which was good. You know, we felt that the French were better, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And it's good to see the judges going with the French team, because I thought they skated that fantastically this evening.
Yeah, I did. In many ways, it was the most enjoyable performance. But it is FAIELLA and SCALI who take 3rd, and these two, Meryl and Charlie, runners up again.
Look at the speed of that.
Before they get on the podium, chance to get another quick word with Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir.
until the Grand Prix final last year, you never won a major event like a World Championship or something like that. What do you think was changing after that?
Well, this has always been in our mind. These two competitions have always been the main goal. I think last year was a really tough season with the injury that Tess had, and coming back this spring, we kind of refined our training and focused on what was really important. And we just peaked at the right time, so we feel really fortunate. But we've worked quite hard for this. So.
Okay, Tessa, you seems always skating without problems, like so fluently. But how hard was to recover the injury last year, and how much you work to do that?
Well, thank you very much. I've had my share of problems when we've competed, but that's why we train so hard every day and we work through those each day in training. And I feel like we've really come a long way as a team. I mean, we can really go with the flow and we're ready to take on any challenge that comes our way. So, in 13 years of skating together, that's a real advantage.
Scott, you are writing the history of figure skating, ice dance. 14 years later, somebody that won the Olympic gold medal won the world gold medal. What is the feeling about making history?
Well, that's a great compliment, and we're really excited to have those two titles. They're huge for us. A couple of really big firsts this year, so we're thrilled, and hopefully that's going to motivate us to come up with some bigger and better things in the future.
Very good, guys. Let's go to get your gold medal because they're waiting for you.
Thank you.
Well done, Maurizio. And they've got cool heads on their shoulders, haven't they? Yes, she had all sorts of problems with her shins, did Tessa, and it was what they call chronic exertional compartment syndrome, which is a bit like shin splints, really. But she had to have surgery later on in 2008. So last year was a move back, and then it's just gone even better since then. Here's some of the couples earlier on that have delighted us through this evening of ice dance.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting comment, the on to bigger and better things. I'm not quite sure what gets bigger and better.
The Olympic champions.
Yeah, Olympic and world champions. What a season they've had, and to come back after injury, amazing. And you're just looking at some shots of some absolutely incredible performances this evening. A memorable evening of ice dance here in Torino. And when these two come out onto the ice, it could be the longest podium we've ever had in the history of the ISU.
World Figure Skating Championships 2010, Torino, Italy.
Just to pick up on what Maurizio was saying, the last skaters to get Olympic and World Championship golds in the same year were Grichuk and Pladov, Alexander Grichuk and Evgeny Pladov from Russia in 1994. It's when Russia had top-class skaters. It did for a few more years, but right now, not in the shake-up. Seems incredible.
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit, didn't we? What we have done this week. And a few years ago, a lot of the coaches, when everything opened up, the coaches moved to different nations around the world, and that's raised the game in other countries, and they've lost a whole generation of skaters. So they're picking up the pieces, and where they go over the next 4 years, I don't know.
First and World Ice Dance Champions for 2010, Tessa Virtue Moir, Canada.
Still think the ISU got it all wrong, getting the leaders out first, but actually in this particular event, it's turned out right, because the reward reaching the bronze medalist will be even bigger than this. But what a year, and they are quite extraordinary. Even if this routine wasn't as good as their Olympic gold medal.
We can forgive them for that. There's nothing between the top two teams, and absolutely amazing. And I think they hit the nail on the head. They've got stronger as the season's gone on, and just peaked at the right moment.
They know their way to the top of the podium now.
Second and winner of the silver medals.
Silver medalists last year, the Americans. That was with Benjamin Augusto and Tanis Belbin, who weren't competing here. because, to be honest, they knew they'd been overtaken by the top two. Two couples who train in the same ring day after day, night after night, and they are top of the world.
And you know, over the next season, these two are going to push each other to the absolute limit. And I can't wait to see what's in store for us next season from these two teams. You know it's going to be special, and you know there's loads more left. Two young teams there.
The warmest, and it looks like heartfelt. Congratulations. Now, here they come. Italy's reward for hosting the World Championships, and they didn't disappoint, these two. Perhaps their free dance was a little less than they might have hoped, but they've done enough. They took the pressure of competing on home ice very firmly on their shoulders.
Yeah, you've got to hand it to them. Not easy. The place is packed to the gunnels, and every single person in here, you know, willing the best from these two. And it wasn't a foregone conclusion going into the free dance tonight, but they held their nerve, and the bronze is theirs.
First Italian medal in ice dance since Margaglio and Margaglio in 2001 in Vancouver.
Signor Ottavio 50, membro del Comitato Olimpico Internazionale e presidente della Federazione Internazionale.
It's been some night, and he'll have enjoyed it. Ottavio 50, the governor, president of the International Skating Movement.
It's been some week. A lot of people criticise, you know, the fact that we have a World Championships after the Olympic Games, and I think the performances and the drama that we've had this week have made it a very, very valuable event.
And more drama to come tomorrow, of course, but here's a moment they'll treasure. A lump in my throat for Davis and White, for all the smiles that they bring to this and all the pride that they haven't got a gold medal somewhere along the line, either at the Olympics or here.
Yeah, I felt sure coming into this that they were going to win the gold here. I thought the tables would turn, and they nearly did.
They surely did. Now then. As if they've won the competition.
Pizzas all round tonight.
So many emotions there. I should think relief as much as anything that their worst nightmares weren't realised, and they stayed in third place.
Just look at that.
A joyous night. Canada, of course, did win gold back in 2003 with Shailene Bourne and Victor Kratz after years of trying. It looked like it might never come for them, but these two have just rocketed straight to the top.
Yeah, in fact, it's not really taken them long, has it, if you think about it?
No, especially with her injury a couple of years ago. It's only really been 2 seasons, 2 full seasons, and they're not head and shoulders above the rest, but they and Davis and White are head and shoulders above the rest. drama. Don't forget tomorrow, you can take it. The ladies free. Can Kim Yuna come back from virtually the dead to win the gold? But now let's hear this wonderful anthem from Canada. Not quite the emotion for them that they had in Vancouver, but you can understand that. It is remarkable to think that she's just 20 and he's just 22. They look so poised in everything they do, whether it's getting the plaudits here, the interviews, or particularly what they produce out on the ice.
Yeah, amazing. In less than a month they've been stood there and their flag has been raised, and wow, where's it all go from here? It's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure.
Sure is. And hope you can be with us tomorrow for the ladies free. Confirmation of the result. Italy third, America second, Canada first. That's confirmation. At 1500 Central European time, 2 o'clock in the UK, the ladies free. It's a 16-year-old American who leads at the moment. Can she hold on? Or can Kim Yuna come from 7th place to overtake the advantage that the American has? We shall see. All will be revealed tomorrow afternoon, and I hope you'll enjoy it with us. Some of these wondrous images from Virtue and White. World and Olympic champions in the same year. See you tomorrow.